Hi, it's Agnes, and this YouTube is a viewer request. Shiva7, you asked for a YouTube about signs from the universe to help deepen belief. Okay, so firstly, I'm going to say there's a lovely woman in one of the Neville groups I belong to, my friend Anita, Fernie Hollow, and I so loved how she wrote this that I asked her if I could use it for my YouTube. And this comes from Neville Goddard, okay? It's from Neville's teachings. Neville says, signs follow, they never precede, okay? So Anita says, I know that nothing comes about in the physical world unless we have thought on it first. Therefore, it follows that when we receive a sign or a mini manifestation, it's because of our thoughts, and it's also a way of indicating that we are on the correct path, and to keep going by feeding those thoughts with positive feeling. Okay? So I thought that was a good explanation about signs. So also, in terms of my own personal experience with signs, I remember being in the car and I was at a red light and I was saying to my inner self, please reveal to me whether I go to London. This was years ago. And I need a clear, unmistakable, obvious sign whether to go or not. And there was a deadline of a course I wanted to do at the Crown Plaza in London near Heathrow, and it was on the 19th of January. And this was like the 3rd or 4th of January, so I was really getting close to, I hadn't even booked or paid or anything. So I asked the inner self for a sign, and I was about 10 minutes further down the track. I was again at a red light, and there were one of those bus stop billboards that roll around these days. They don't just stay stagnant. And the sign said, a taste of London. And I thought, wow, okay. And then the sign rolled while I was standing there, or while I was in the car, not standing there, but sitting there. And the next billboard says, good to go. So it was like this thing just hit me in the chest. It was such a strong sign. Anyway, within the next 2 days, I had booked and paid for my ticket, and I left, I think, on the 17th, like 2 days before the course started, because I needed to get there and get over the jet lag. And yeah, so that's my experience of signs. So I do understand sometimes you need signs. I do understand that you look for answers, just as I did in the example in that story. I think it's just remembering that the universe, people think the universe gives you signs, but it's actually you're projecting something out and desiring something with strong emotion, and then it gets photocopied and the answer comes in a way that makes sense to you but wouldn't mean anything to anyone else. Okay, so yeah, if you do have your kind of back up against the wall and you really, really just need an answer, just if you can sit quietly. I mean, I was driving and I was exasperated on that day, and I just was like, right, just the power of the emotion was so intense for me, because I was, trying to make a decision about many things dovetailing together. The course was only one component. So it really was a case of, urgency in my own self. That's how it felt on that day. So yeah, so there's a little bit for you on signs. Shiva7, thank you for asking for this YouTube. And Anita Fernie Hollow, thank you very much for your wisdom. I loved the way you described it, because it was a way I had never thought about it at the time when you and I had discussed it between the two of us. So I just wanted to give the two perspectives, because I think, there's always two sides of a coin. So lots of love, everyone, and may you get the signs that you need from your inner self And remember that it is not the universe giving you anything. It is a reflection and a photocopy of you, 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 you. There is only you. Okay, I'll see you in the next YouTube. Lots of love.